Okay, okay. I am playing Slay the Princess, which I do know is a horror game. Also, spoiler for anyone who happens to tune in, who is similarly unaware of the game as I am at this point. I am aware, though I do not know if this is actually a spoiler. I tend to play games going in with as minimal of information as possible. I know that there are time loop elements to this game. I do not know if that is the main thing, but it's the reason I put it in that poll. The other game also apparently having such elements. I wanted a time loop game. How you doing, IVP? Can't stay for long? You mean we don't have another 12-hour session ahead of us? Oh. Whatever horrors you... No, we're doing this right. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark places, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I've already seen this screen, because I opened up the game to do some settings stuff. Actually, I am... Hello, Rebecca Blue. I'm not sure if you can stay here, because I might only want to talk about the Apothecary Diaries, but we'll see if I can focus. I'm vaguely worried, because I am, as a YouTube person, apparently there's a bit of nudity in this game. But I couldn't find any information that suggested that this game wasn't safe to stream or anything like that, so maybe it's just like butt or something. I don't know. I would appreciate a little bit of a heads up before that comes up, if possible. What are these crowns? I can apparently... Okay. How you doing? Horror game, yeah. I don't know if this is actually something I'm in control of, but there are crowns in live chat now. Yeah, that's the whole game. $17. Why is it, what? Is it because, maybe that's because you're a very frequent commenter, perhaps? That's the number. Can you guys see the crowns? Like, next to your names? In the chat? Yeah, I would wager you've just got more, comments on my channel, is my presumption. That's new. Huh. Just making sure. I don't know, I feel... Hey! What? It's a battle! For the top! What the hell do the crowns mean? Forget the game. I want to figure out this crown situation. Are you the princesses? Am I supposed to be slaying you? Welcome, Haley. I intend to play the game at some point. I think that's Honestly, this is funny now, but I would probably want to disable the hero and the princess.
At the end of that
Princess
is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I am probably going to disable that option if it's something I'm in control of, but we'll leave it for this stream. We can have the battle, I suppose. I think it's a little weird otherwise. Okay, I am in very light control of the camera. This is a visual novel, but I do not know if there are other elements to it.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I don't have the emotional investment in this world yet, my friend, but I will slay the princess. I did get the game. Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Explore. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Explore. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? I bought the game called Slay the Princess. I can't very well put myself in the mindset of being like, ending the world? This, killing the princess, that's so bad! Hey, I am team kill the princess, slay the princess. I'm assuming maybe I'll change my mind post. What the fuck's going on with my finger? Why do I have just like a little snaggletooth on the end of my finger? Look at that. Wait, yeah, you have a point. Oh my god, I have a lot of options here. Can I choose all of these, or is this already starting branching paths? I don't know. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? That's the option I'm going with unless something else really gets me. Because I'm going to come into this with my earnest, approach. You titled the game Slay the Princess. I am not here. Oh, okay, sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. That's not really my reason, though. It's a great one, too. Have you considered... Oh, I'm not even being irreverent. I'm just oh.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Okay, Daniel Radcliffe.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those.
If we go off of my characterization in Deltarune. Oh, I can continue to ask questions. Do I get some kind of reward for doing this? It's the world not ending.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
You are, yeah, maybe you were onto something, Rebecca Blue. I don't know if you've played this game, but maybe that is the terminology for slay that we're supposed to be taking it as. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you is going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Have you? He did. I don't think he said that the princess was going to end the world. I could be wrong. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
I appreciate the mental exercise. We are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Welcome, Isabella.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course...
Viva la revolution!
That's the spirit. You make your way.
I will be the villain of this story. I'm not gonna take any moral implications into account. I'm not gonna consider whether or not I trust this fucking narrator. Maybe I'll feel silly for this after a few hours of heart-wrenching emotional drama, but we'll see. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I'll believe every word she says and kill her anyway.
That's right. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's like, I'm sorry, I signed on for this. I paid $17 to kill a princess. I'd be very disappointed if I can't.
The floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
I mean, I just started, Isabella. Literally just started. Literally just started.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world. The basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp.
Hey.
Rot filtering from the ancient.
Call the insurance company. There are bigger problems than the end of the world here.
Is probably doing her a favor.
You're overselling, bro. You're kind of just being annoying at this point. I got my job. I got my job.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, $25 IVP. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
I didn't say I was gonna be a liar. I'm going at this with a very earnest approach.
You walk down the stairs.
Stabby.
So
Oh, damn it.
coldly beautiful.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. Is she really a threat to the
Focus on
world?
the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. You don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
I mean, I believe I was told we were on a ticking clock, so that would be irresponsible on my part, and I do actually intend to
She
carry
makes
this
a
out.
compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we
The
want.
angel and devil on my shoulders.
Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm choosing to take this in the opposite approach to Undertale Deltarune. I am going to start with choosing not to care about results and see if I can wheedle my way around backwards. Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the
hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Oh, I am having so much fun.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I don't know if it doesn't work.
I'm probably chained
I'm
in this
fine.
basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Stabby, stabby!
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay. Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
He said not to hesitate. That means no chatty time.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder.
Right.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
I'd be pretty surprised.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
We'll see.
But is it over? Really over?
Of course not. That was too easy.
Over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that.
Well, if that would be a bad thing, then it's clearly not over, bro.
Is there something you're not telling us?
Of course
I've
not.
told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
I wonder if there's somehow a caveat to this that actually matters. Ooh. You're right. She's dead. Let's just get out of here.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Because we have! We're villains, Mr. Hero!
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Let's see.
A world
Yeah!
saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Yep, alright. Let's, emotionally engage here. I've had my fun. Now is the time to do our best to solve the situation, to see if we even can care about the characters as over the top as they seem.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, like, yeah, it's...
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Sure.
Time
Why not?
passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been
Is that
happier.
much time really passing, or does you saying something will a certain level of reality
You're just
to
gonna
it?
stay here forever, right?
Of course we are. I like it here.
Well, let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Right.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
I really love the general art style they're going for here. I think that just that little bit of camera movement makes this, despite being a visual novel, feel like a 3D space.
The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy.
I wonder if I legitimately am going towards an ending right now, or if we're gonna time loop. You did it! You saved everyone! The good ending! Yay! Okay. That's amazing. It's still possible we're about to time loop, but I suspect that I might have possibly gone down the legitimate... This is the boring version of the game ending. I'm so sorry. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because it's still possible, but I might have legitimately just done this. I'm glad. Thank you all for tuning in to this very short stream. Did you hear that one girl that said congratulations? See, IVP, you were worried about not being able to spend the whole time here. You did it. I don't know what you were so worried about. Oh, I wonder what Glitch did for them. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist for you. If you like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Return to main menu. What the fuck? Okay, oh, it brings me straight back to where I was. That's nice. Now, will they remember that I've already killed the princess once?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
I'm going to let that dialogue play just because of that possibility.
is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's go let's do the standard thing and do the entire opposite deal. Completely the Stanley Parable. Usually you completely either ignore the narrator or follow the narrator on your first run. I suppose I could just turn around and leave. I guess that is the complete opposite.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I am actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now.
Be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Ooh.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying...
No matter what happens, I'm not a hero.
That's strange. It looks like this path...
He's like, I'm in control of this story!
Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
You ever had a DM who did this? The dark and stormy castle lays before you. That seems like it's gonna be too tough for us. Let's go this way. Alright, down that path is a different dark and stormy castle.
You're really keen on
Turn around and leave.
Time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
He was railroading you? That's great. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to princess. And last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
No! Bro!
But fine.
Oh, okay.
Turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? The cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation.
The universe itself, huh? Okay. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
Always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's...
Believe the opening of the game said there are no wrong choices, and the opening of the game is like your boss, bitch.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods...
Is it Disco Elysium-esque? I haven't played Disco Elysium. I tell you what, I will probably love it if it's like this.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin.
He's like, wherever you go, you are going to the cabin.
Draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
I think my assumption that the narrator was speaking things into existence was very much on point.
It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to show...
I mean, I tell you what, if I end up at the cabin, I'm just gonna cut her loose.
...than you do about the fate of the world.
It's not really about irritating you, it's just because I want to see what will happen. And because I can, I have to.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Correct.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Ba-ba-bam. Chapter 2. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
Ooh.
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end
Ooh.
of the world.
Now we're getting into it. Obviously, if I don't have an option to leave. No. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know.
Ooh, Hero is on.
We're thinking.
Voice of the Contrarian.
Active audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
Okay. Okay.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes.
I wonder if they're going to continue to add additional voices in our head.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused.
My real question is if they remember the initial loop of me actually killing her, if that comes into play. I'm running out of options here. These walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Lie. Yep. Okay. I'm heading to the cabin where I'm definitely going to slay that princess.
When you're lying, right? Please.
I can read your options.
Begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will cheat.
I'm gonna do whatever she says.
In her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. He's just being difficult.
I wonder if this gets more convoluted and harsh.
Keep an open mind.
This is a horror game, though, and I'm pretty sure known for actually being pretty scary. I'm wondering, I'm treating it as pretty humorous at this point.
A confusing patchwork of many cabin
But,
areas, all projected across
I wonder if it's gonna get me at some point.
It's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table. Its
The
legs
mirror, was it here before? And
material
the
devoid of
fancier
feature.
window, I'm not recalling. Yeah, they're
Table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
You're dealing with a
You can't just
princess.
say that when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job
Okay.
is to describe facts as facts and to guide you.
Yeah, but are the facts predating your description of them, or are you predating the facts?
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
It's wobbly!
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
Right.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Fair enough.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
That's actually a very good approach to this kind of game. So far I'm on board with the contrarian.
Is obviously real. Just accept
Honestly, just a very nice name for a devil's advocate.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
I'm not taking the knife if it gives me an option. Yeah. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Right, yeah,
There isn't.
why are we so pressed about the mirror? Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the ugliest of them all? It's me!
More.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point? Approach the mirror. I'm in no reason to ask questions to someone who is lying.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Jump scare? Come on.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You
Ooh!
rub your hand against the cabin wall.
That's the snaggletooth!
Yes, you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open.
I wonder if this would have taken me where I was trying to go if I'd taken the blade.
Materials. Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head.
God damn it, it's MC Escher.
None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Right.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi.
Ooh.
What are you here? Are you here to show?
Why are you so different this time?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave.
Oops. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna
We
die.
don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we?
So it is just me, right? These are just the various voices populating my mind.
Whatever she is,
There's not...
we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Ooh, let's go to the right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down.
I love this guy's voice.
Feels from one step directly to the next.
It sounds simultaneously comforting and extremely snobby. It's great.
You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
Okay. Ooh, it's the
Slowly
regular
lose sense of
world.
yourself the further you go.
is click.
Time disappears,
Yeah, there we go.
and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical
I
sensations
feel like I'm already going towards an ending.
until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey. A continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and
Is this because I didn't take the knife, bro?
devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Hey! Sweet.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange.
Where's the narrator? I need to hear something from him. Are we without him for a moment?
The same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. Princess. Eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness.
I'm
watches
sure.
you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Yeah, her eyes are kind of fucked up.
You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
She's not, but that's okay. Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you.
But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Ooh.
You don't think I'm some sort of monster?
I do think you're a monster, but I'm gonna let you go anyway. That's great.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
We can do this. She can, for sure.
It's those cabins all over again.
I mean, yeah, we came in here with, what, 4 people? Kind of? So, alright, fair enough for her shadow clone jutsuing the situation.
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Is this remembering my initial loop?
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them.
God, I love the mouse movement thing.
You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Agreed. I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. Ooh, why is that the same? Ooh, it's tricking me into picking that option, huh? If I let you out of here, what are you going to do? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here.
I agree, I think they do, but I'm not sure where we're going with this.
Neither.
I was a little bit of an extremist with how I handled my first playthrough, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs manage to chew you up, I will devour you.
I'm not going to ask what her name is, because she is the princess! That is fascinating. This is... Oh... If I let you out of here, what are you going to do?
For the truth? Or are you looking for the
Ooh, good question.
What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person?
No, I want you to say I'm going to destroy the world! Come on, girl!
Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
That's the point of asking questions.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here.
That's because you're
This
weak.
place is making me itch.
What's your
You
name?
can call me Princess, if you'd like.
Sure!
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
Okay.
Oh, I don't need a name. My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
Right.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
There's more of you now.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
Yeah, I mean, need anything? What?
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. It must be fear creeping into your heart.
No, I'm afraid you haven't gotten me there yet.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
I do. I'm
Neither do I.
quite
Which
enjoying
is why
myself.
we need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? Could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
Through those
That's
stairs.
where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
No, there's no such thing as a correct choice, remember?
Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying
We're
to
seeing the
find
different possibilities all fighting each other.
option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something.
She is the god of causality.
You want? This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
I only have the one choice, but let's see if I don't even have to pick it. Munch, 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 munch. I wonder if it matters where my mouse is as far as the different characters go.
Wait, that's not right.
Yeah, it's a double choice.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
And no more
You
music.
can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
I remember this episode of Rick and Morty.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her.
As you remain upstairs and slay her. Chaos Theory!
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. For this, we can't. Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Right.
Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Ooh, what?
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just
Right.
don't fit.
Every choice at once, right?
Don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should.
I'll try.
I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
I mean, I did, and that's why I did them.
Isn't it?
Please.
I'll do my best. When everything is possible, nothing is. I love that. The illusion of choice. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I haven't listened to anyone else. The mirror never scared you before, but I will ignore him. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
There is no such thing.
Don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Is it me? It'd be so cool if it was like hooked up to my camera or some shit. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Happily, madam! What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then...
Don't tell me that the goal here is to experience all possibilities. That is a different angle than usual. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found.
No shit!
Less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find
Okay.
their way home.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
I was sent to slay the princess or stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape.
Have a good one, IVP.
to mold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling. And
You are infinite. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Ooh.
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the stranger to her. Bro.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
The
path
real
is
Slay
a
the
cabin.
Princess starts here.
And in the basement of that cabin,
That is the coolest achievement name I've seen in a long time. The real Slay the Princess starts here. I wish you guys could have seen it. It was in the upper right.
you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be.
Or RI on your controller. I will take a quick break. I will say this much. This does feel like the Stanley Parable, in that the goal is just the examination of choice, rather than a specific story in itself being told. And I'm wondering if it can pull me in much the same way that did. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll
Oh, I didn't have the option to turn around and leave this time.
a warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe her. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
I will skip it if it doesn't look new. Just being a little cautious.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely
No
bare.
mirror.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and the blade is...
Enter the basement. Hi there. We haven't really spoken.
Revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. Her voice soft.
Hello?
Is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Right.
Don't let it fool you. It's
And there's probably going to be dozens of combinations for how exactly you can get certain things to happen. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you.
You must have the wrong address.
great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck.
She's
Hero.
different this time,
You
too.
walk down the stairs and lock
Is
eyes
it the
with
specific
princess.
chain of choices, or is the personality she adopts different in every timeline?
Of the basement.
Ooh. It could genuinely be either way.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness.
Ooh.
Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
It's like a combo of what the scary one said before.
What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
It's some Kappa Mikey nonsense. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
You know you could just make up a name if there's like a complicated factor.
I've been here so long, I guess I just forgot. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
It might be Princess.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and...
I wasn't kidding when I said it was sent here to kill you. You're apparently going to end the world.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I think.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
That's a good question.
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I didn't remember that in Bakano, to be honest. That's interesting. I don't really want to lie in general. Not just, I think it's just more interesting not to. Might need to go down certain paths. I was hoping you'd tell
I
me.
don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
The two of us.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me.
Right, but unlike me, you don't have the dialogue options.
This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Right. If I'm the first person you've seen for a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen. I agree with the princess. Relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
I just assumed she's somebody's a witch or a hag or something. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this.
You're
Examine the
making this
chains.
more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
Am I now?
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine.
Now, I wonder if we are just going down the different path lines to eventually reach the ending with whatever the multi-shadow clone jutsu princess is got going on, or if there are already differences that aren't so obvious. That just because they said, hey, you're going back, doesn't mean that it's true.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't any key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
That would be
She
risky.
offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
I mean, she could have meant the chain.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock.
You turn around and see a knife sitting right there.
Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here!
And pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Try the
You
door.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
And that's why I didn't.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
The complete drop in the music is actually...
Barely
Oh,
hesitates
God.
Before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
You could have bitten the hand part, stupid! Like, at least chew off a smaller part of you? Dipshit?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine.
She said,
Against your
ugh.
better judgment, you play
Why are we choosing to cut off more of the arm?
just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
It's a loose shackle.
To crack through the bone of her.
Ugh.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Nope.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically.
I ship it.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Okay.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Right. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
And what are you going to do about it?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Yes, it's the narrator from Winnie the Pooh! He's gained so much power from the 100-acre wood!
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance.
You know, if this part is,
Step forward.
if it's not already over, I think you might be overselling things, bro. Even if you're on the up and up.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hand.
That's what I look like.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest.
Oh,
tearing
I thought she killed herself.
sinew. It is agony.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. Whatever. She sinks the blade.
He said whatever.
Again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices.
I think she's just the only one you can't control with your nonsense narration powers.
I'm sorry.
No.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not. This is great.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you.
It has been nice exploring this timeline possibility with you. I hope it was just as fun of an experience for you as it was for me.
Ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have to. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve.
Voice of the smitten.
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Voice of the contrarian, because I did everything against what the narrator wanted. Voice of the smitten, because I did everything for the sake of the princess. Voice of the confusing for, like, going halvesies? I don't know what it would be.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
This is the slay the princess route, I see.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassinations.
I imagine going opposite directions as well will end up mattering. If I, say, went, you know, voice of the smitten, and then I immediately started doing full slay the princess route.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
On this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did just happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Right.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
That's a leap in logic.
You did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Right.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ.
I love the Sir Lancelot angle on this one. Hark! Villains!
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Nope, bro, I'm sorry, I
I
don't.
believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Right?
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Right.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Doesn't matter, I was
Do you think
dead.
the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Dastardly! I wish I could read this guy's lines. She would never! She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from the cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Yes, I can.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Let's talk about this
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the
She
world?
just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Damn it, it's Jinshi.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
Locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you?
You're the main character being played by the guy.
Friends, even if it did feel nice.
The smitten is easily won over.
Friends, but I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
You're being cagey. What aren't you
I've told
telling me?
Everything you need to know. going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something.
Because I am.
You're just going to have to take me at my word.
That's all. There's gotta be a point where it only shows you one option, but you actually have more.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay. Turn around and leave now?
Are we running away? What are you doing? We have to save her.
Hardly.
Seriously?
We don't
Or
have
just
to
go
do
turn-
anything.
Turn around and leave. Do you even know where you're going?
The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. You're
Going for the
completely
contrarian route now. Let's see.
Fine. You turn around. Wait, something isn't right. What's going on?
Whoa.
Where are we?
This is new. I think.
Oh, I don't like this one bit. There's not a single damsel in sight. How dumb.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something anew because I was going down a path I'd already been down. Yo! A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation.
You're on a path.
I am doing the exact same series of choices again.
Path is a cabin.
I will wait to see if she has new dialogue.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Hello? Oh.
You're only making this. Fine.
I can't resist. I can't even try to go down that route again. Yo! Yo!
Thank you.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there? A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
Oh, damn. Was there a resist button? Damn it. I will not be trapped by the main menu.
You're here. You may. She will.
Oh, well, yeah, I saw the grayed out one too. I couldn't click it. I was trying to. That's what I was talking about. I couldn't even go back. I saw it too.
Fine. The blade.
I wonder if I just fully reset the game. That's not impossible. Like, maybe it's not as clever with saves as I was thinking.
But wait,
Oh, I...
Embrace the thoughts constricting you. Urgency, you have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there.
you're on a path.
Okay, we do the same thing, but we do actually try and go in. I imagine I don't actually need to carry out every aspect of the conversation to go down these paths, but, yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I see it. I do, in fact, see the resist button.
Thank you.
There's no...
She pounces on, but you have a weapon. It's not enough to stop. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to... It can't just as much... You're on a path. You're here to... A terrible sense. If he doesn't... Brilliant. We need to keep our...
The opportunist?
And I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with... We could go... Those are two... we were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options.
Ooh.
I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great. Congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of...
I wanted more of the voice of the smitten, though.
That, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess and now everyone's right back. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical, if it's the latter, do you think the people there lived happily ever? That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle.
Right.
We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions.
Right.
What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on
Welcome, Miss Random Nomad Ooh.
You can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Okay, I'm gonna stop turning around and leaving because that seems to lock me out of the cool voices.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will. Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Hardly. What I'm going to be continue to be is a pain in the ass. The mirror's back.
Is a mess of
Ooh, and not on a table for the blade this time.
Weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't... You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right
This
now.
whole cabin is different than last
Very
time.
different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that, so focus. No blade. Leaving it behind didn't work out so well for us last time.
And yet here we go.
Always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time. The door to the basement creaks open.
True, it is less wobbly.
Case dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
God, it must be so if there are, like... Let's assume that some of the actions I've taken that wouldn't obviously result in differences down the line have done so. It must get so confusing trying to trace the coding of this game.
Those behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself
Ooh,
on the stairs.
we haven't gotten much of you.
Calm down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Ooh.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying?
I mean...
Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess.
Just a
As long
princess.
as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy.
I have... The contrary route must have saved because we didn't go down the path of... meeting... Tangled Up Woman. This time around. So I think it's still there. I just am a little confused as to why it didn't, hold on to that one route being locked.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
I do want to hear what everyone has to say.
Need
I am definitely the most like the opportunist of the
princess,
aspects
not endlessly
presented.
about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
No, you're not. I'm the boss. Ish.
Thank you. You descend the basement
Cool.
steps,
Wait.
entering the corridor below.
I didn't know we were gonna get the furry princess. Hang on.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
Nice.
Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
Okay, I'll take you at your word on this
Thoughts
point.
on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
That's fascinating.
Is it all behind us?
I'm treating this as a definitive. I don't think he's bullshitting.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after
The
this.
narrator not knowing about
Right.
time loops
So I'd
is
appreciate it if you
fascinating.
take this seriously and slay her.
Because it didn't seem worth considering before.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
The reason I killed you is because I didn't have a choice not to. I'm sorry about last time. Ooh. I am sorry about last time.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Eh,
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
I know.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I don't have a key. Look, I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a
I'm not treating her personality differences as an affectation either, but you know, she remembers them. So we're not just dealing with a parallel universe her.
Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Can't you get out of those chains on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Excellent.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Right?
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
I was being totally sincere, but... Okay, let's
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Let's see what happens this time.
She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Right.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
The voice of the hero, come on. You don't have to be the voice of the dumb.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust.
I wonder if this is happening in real time. This entire conversation, I'm just standing there thinking.
Talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out. But if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Step onto the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like.
Right.
You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Right. I mean, two things can be true.
Those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
Yeah, but walking backwards upstairs is silly.
There are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
Right?
Why did you just say that? I think we know why.
Yeah.
Something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding
I'm not mad.
ropes, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
Is she surprised? Ooh.
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
Right.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Oh, thanks for your input there.
Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming.
Indeed I did.
Of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either.
Trust isn't a factor in a many worlds interpretation.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming.
I love this guy.
For us.
Not as funny as the smitten.
And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad.
Damn it!
Really was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Is her back broken too?
Oh, so she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
It is.
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
This is awkward.
It certainly seems that way.
I guess we continue our conversation.
Look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond. Ooh.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
Yes, it is.
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
I wonder if this had been the first time I'd been on a chapter 2, if this is how this would be playing. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
Again.
Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended? We're top of the pecking order now. Right, boys?
Oh. I think I'm supposed to look at that mirror.
Dreadful about it. I don't think you should. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him. Does this mean we won? You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. If you...
I wonder if this will be different this time. It's me! Hello! I'm hot. Will this be at all different? You are at the cabin. Approach her. Ooh. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream. Ooh, I don't remember. That means I did lose the contrary path.
Empty tunnels without a mouth. I am solitary light. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced.
Yeah, I suppose. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world
Do you know the narrator?
are the only thing I have ever known?
Ooh.
The space we're in is vacant.
Are you what sent me here to save
I
the
have
princess?
just now stirred to consciousness.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Depending on your perspective of the hero's journey.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives. This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to
In
me.
chapter 2.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there is no exit. But this vessel is a creature of bring me more perspective. Then we will be here forever. You ask. You will.
Bring the witch to her. Okay, I'm gonna go on the contrary route, and that'll give me certainty about this.
Seriously? You're just... Fine. When I said there's always a choice. If he doesn't remember, I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. If the world,
We're on the contrary en route, and I'm assuming we've gotten this far before double time.
You know and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us, there's nothing here.
I took the right last time. We'll take the left this time. I don't think it matters.
Around you grows cold the further you progress. At first, a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes, you shudder.
Yeah, I think once you're at the chapter 2, most of the choices probably don't matter.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further time disappears. Physical sensations dull and then vanish. Until the only things experienced...
I suspect you can't do the same route twice in a row, is what's been happening and confusing me.
To a destination long.
So once you reach a point of no return, it gives you the only option remaining. I suspect I could still go to the Smidden route.
Consumption and betrayal. Skepticism and blind devotion. Rivalry and submission. Terror.
Are you just going to stand?
What the hell was... I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different. Oh well. And, what? He's just being an ass.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching you stare at me for a long, long time.
The shadows recede. I don't think she likes us. Wouldn't you be skeptical of someone? Those eyes. It's just deceptive.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as...
She fractures again.
Yeah, but this is slightly different than last time I saw it. Is it because I went left?
Which is why you... That kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say, just... It certainly looks that way, so please...
Princess.
None of them have... How astute.
What? Like you need... I don't... And do you...
If I would stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts of...
Where's the furry one?
The situation has gotten out of hand. Just... Wait, go on. This is not the end of the world, but this... You know, no, I'm looking for... Nothing. Balls. I thought we were never going to salvage this, were we?
We can feel the moving. Did you...
I didn't actually...
This is actually a confusing one to get first, now that I know that this happens regardless. This has nothing to do with her amalgamate later. I'll do my best. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean?
We've been here before. Ooh, is this the second time I've done contrary route?
He's just messing with us. Right?
Never mind, it remembered contrary route. Cool. It's confusing. The mirror always makes them leave, but you see what's in it. The bloat, they've grown.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready.
No, this was new.
Once again.
Okay, yeah, this was new. It was just because I'd already been to the end. Are you the same being as you were before? How much has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Damn.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Basically, across the routes, my choices might actually still matter.
Feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Okay.
I
That's
cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
everybody. That's it. Okay.
All I want is to know myself.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Thank you!
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Well, yeah, they can be.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Oh. Well, I want to try and, like... Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold.
So there's probably a perfect series of vessels to bring you, I would imagine.
They will make for a rich and vibrant heart.
Yeah, the opening.
Not more
Yes, it continues to be a little bit spooky. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
How many... Oh, yeah, I know the answer to that question.
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
I'm ready to go back.
I await your return.
I assumed the responsible thing would be to destroy my body.
We will meet again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're here.
I guess I attempt to go down contrary route. Again, just because we minimize the degrees of difference.
Great.
No, okay, yeah, I must need to turn around to do that. So we'll go on Smitten Path and see what that does for us. I can't even try because we've already tried both at the end of the Smitten Path.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
I'm curious about that too. If the small choices I make. Like if I pick up the knife, is that when she has that more scary voice the first time, or does something else affect it?
You walk up to the chair large.
I only have the Slay the Princess choice.
Without hesitation, the princess wounded.
You've made...
I thought we had an act. She's wounded and unarmed. I'm not. Don't wait. As you ready, you'll forget about trying to rescue her. This is a... Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you seize a moment of hesitation to throw her. We can still turn...
Give up.
Are you serious?
Sigh.
What's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor. The blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
I'm doing my best, girl. I'm sorry.
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark.
The Beast.
You're on you're hit. If he doesn't, you're not.
Oh wait, I probably got new dialogue, sorry. Who do I have this time? Voice of the Hunted. If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here. Okay.
We could go back and forth. Those are two. Let's say we did our best, and I believe. What do you mean?
Voice of the Hunted doesn't have much to say.
If it's the latter, Do you think the people all the more reason to keep our wits about us? Should we even return to the cabin? We could find a safe little... You have to go to the cabin. If you don't... A warning. She will lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me, and maybe. The interior of the cabin is...
How many times is this interior gonna change?
Like no one has lived here for a long time. Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls.
God, this is pretty to look at in several different ways.
With a pristine blade perched on its edge.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Maybe that's because you have... There's death. There isn't. What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a...
Every time I will.
It was there, and now it's gone.
Enter the basement.
Steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
It'll be quite a while before I'm picking the blade for every option.
Right call. It'll still be here if we need it. The door to the basement creaks open. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds
Are you the furry again?
feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth.
It is!
Starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides.
Yep, I agree, Rebecca Blue, and I'm trying to see if trying my best to choose the non-violent routes will result in better results.
The jungle is pressing in on us.
Trying.
From view, she could be anywhere.
We're beyond my point of being irreverent to be like, I'm here to slay the princess. I'm doing my best to be emotionally engaged now.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She's certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I thought you were supposed to voice the facts, my bro!
She does.
This doesn't feel very factual.
Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
I don't think I want to add you to the list.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you up. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
You're about to attack me, aren't you? I can see right through you. Well, damn, now it's awkward. I'm not gonna do it now. We don't have to kill each other. You know that, right?
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous
Awesome!
lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Damn.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin
You could still
as the
vomit me up if you
around
want.
you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. With a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
Nice.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards. The distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
This is amazing,
Does
actually.
that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Wait for death.
Bad. This is a bad thing to do.
I concur.
Your will dissolves along with your flesh. You let go and pathetically await your death, every burning second dragging on until you're reduced to a wet pile of bone and gristle.
We'll do better next time.
Yes, we will.
Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3? That's not allowed.
We are a path in the woods. We have
No beginning,
and
we have no end.
But something cold.
I don't have a
and
mangled
trust
little
watches
snaggletooth finger
and just
anymore.
beyond.
It's because I am the princess now.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third?
You do know about that possibility.
Bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
Can I even make choices? I don't think so.
Everything, little one. But you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
That's just because she devoured us and we
Voice
dissolved
of the
away.
broken.
We don't even exist as a body anymore. We're still here, though. we're safe. Isn't that better? She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
I guess that's it then. This is us now. We're the woods. Okay.
Damn. This thing watching us, what is
I'm
he?
not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other.
I can't decide who I want to know more about, because the narrator, I don't actually think is evil or anything. But I have no fucking clue how we're supposed to be taking it.
Because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
I have had enough of this guy. Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat
We
me?
can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Ooh!
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Oh my.
Look at it.
Gaze at the terror in your heart.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all. As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body.
You taking back your narrator powers a little bit here.
There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be. I don't like this. It's better for us to be the woods. I don't want to go back.
Yet.
I devoured you. I won. I put things back the way they were supposed to be.
Some division, when served, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Oh no.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows.
We're playing Monster House now?
And then you find yourself laid in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I would rather not.
I feel empty, don't you?
We're just like her. She's just like us. We never should have left her. I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live.
Does she want to be left in this version of events?
You have to. You know you have to.
I I never wanted to kill you, not really, but we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us, cut her free.
Devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is... we'll just have to wait and find out when it happens. Ignore him. His words only confuse us. Just do it. You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. Cut the princess.
Wow. I didn't think it was gonna work.
I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here. I think we are happy, actually. We might not be a part of her, but being around her is almost the same. Almost.
I didn't think you would do that. After everything.
I mean, I actually do. Like,
It's so cold without you.
it's the confusion more than anything. Aww. Memory returns.
There's that. What is that? Death.
Real death.
This is what we all deserve.
And I'm gonna be even bigger, aren't I? You've withered? Really? Really? Yeah, there's gotta be different combinations of events that completely change how it goes. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. She'd be like, ah, shit, you right.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
I could turn off the game.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Let's see. Anything, it makes me like you more. That's not true. I don't know what that says about me. In a kind of way, it is true. I'm not sure. Trying to answer honestly here. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. Definitely not how I feel. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. First one's still the most accurate. I just want it all to stop. I don't. I think I hate, yeah, it's the first one. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
What do you think of this vessel? Do you have opinions yet?
This one is like a shadow of me, a memory of what she used to be, bound to the wounds of distance and time. She will make for a scarred and beautiful heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadows. just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Mayhaps indeed. Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Well, that wouldn't necessarily. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow.
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
I'm ready to go back. How many?
We will know when we near.
One of the bigger scares I'm looking forward to is, the narrator popping up when we don't expect him to. I'll be right back. Hey. Bring the wounded wild to her.
You're on a path. You're here to slay. You make a warn. We're not going to ignore the blade.
I can only take the blade. Have I really exhausted all of the other options?
Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds.
It is just the sequence of choices that
It's almost
chooses
as
the
if she's
personality.
so
Okay.
much down here. Don't let it fool you.
Oh, are you now?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. You walk down. She's focused on the task.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you?
I didn't have another option!
Love it. And then we can chat.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
I love it when he gets irritated with us.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Well, it's pretty, awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Sure. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your
They're all on basically the same page about this part.
Do, really.
Note the lack of detail.
You're one to talk, bro. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what she is.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the
It's the
world.
exact same line, too, in many of these cases. It's just the different voice and intonation.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
I think everybody's fighting for their own interests. It's
How
okay.
sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Actually, I've changed my mind. I don't trust you. No. I still have a few more questions.
Fine. What do you want to know?
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no.
Okay.
Oh, have you
You
decided?
know.
Keep her locked away is an option.
Oh, you have to be kidding. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
And they shatter in your hands. Turns out you're really strong in this route.
Far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Speaking of the you've withered versus you've grown thing, I wonder if that can change routes if you manage to grow enough through certain mirror routes, perhaps.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks this with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement. Is someone else here?
Let me out of here!
Here.
Try the door.
I'll repeat. You make it easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked the knife. Pick it up and
You won't like what
Save the princess.
against your better.
Why do we have to cut off more of the arm than is necessary?
Massive, unyielding.
It is a very loose chain.
You cut
Shackle.
into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the... Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Right.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the I'll make this quick.
Ooh.
Steps forward and pries the blade from you.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Indeed.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains This is the end. I'm afraid it is.
Are we? Ooh, the prisoner. Okay.
On a path in the woods. You're here to...
Who we got this time? Deja vu.
Don't forget what he did
Skeptic.
last time around. I wouldn't trust
The
him
only change was taking the knife or not.
to be a way out.
Really?
For us and for the princess.
We got a whole new voice for that?
Lying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it. You know I can hear you two, right? And as far as trying to help her go, we could go back. If you're the absolute irony. That doesn't. Sure you are. Anyway, what do you mean? Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario.
Yeah, but as far as our decisions go, that was the only change.
Oh, how I wish that were the case.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
You're talking in circle. No, I'm talking. Just be quick. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine.
Check your pockets.
You put your hand in your pockets and hold the envelope with the words, the evidence, written across the front.
Because I said so.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth." That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
It doesn't. The sides don't matter that much in this situation, unfortunately.
We do what you tell us to. Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you'll think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
Locked her in that
Oh, yeah,
basement, and I told. Look, of course. Yes, right. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I've told you.
That's all.
Great.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning, but she will lie. Yes, yeah. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Just ignore this.
Wink.
Focus on the only fair. He definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
I mean, in most cases I would argue not, but in this game, absolutely.
Blade, there's there isn't. I think you know what we have to do. Exactly. Very, yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own?
This is the most similar to the original cabin, I'd say.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous... So focus up. You reach for, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must
Enter the basement, obviously.
Insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go.
Ooh, it's gonna force me.
Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us? Yes, I'm sure. And I've already got a plan. Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon. Because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon. Peachy. Okay. I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I get a say in this? Here, what's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly that. Sweeping
The narrator quite likes the skeptic, huh?
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
Sigh.
The door to the
Stabby,
basement
stabby, stabby,
creaks
stabby,
open.
stabby the flame.
Old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely her voice, harsh but
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
does she remember us?
Yeah, she has sometimes, but not all
Down
times.
the stairs and lock eyes with the
Cool.
princess.
We can't very well cut off her head.
Around her neck, clanking
And free her.
moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the...
I mean, in several ways, that's true.
Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Right? Unless we can join her in imprisonment.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting
I like the
idea.
skeptic.
Why don't you have a seat?
Breaking down the game design more than other characters.
My heart.
Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Thank you. How much do you remember, is the question, because I suspect that you are in my boat and only remember the individual 2 set loops, in one case 3, rather than the entire timeline.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's complicated. Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroic the situation right now, where you're getting...
I skipped because it was a repeat of the last time, but now...
Contingency. A contingency for you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just... good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have...
The skeptic is great, I love him!
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed pushed back hard enough, I could.
You were
cram the
trying to gaslight me?
the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Fair.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least
We're just standing here this whole time thinking,
seems like we should count ourselves.
staring her in the eyes.
Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
True.
Your success hinges
Sitting
on
there.
you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire
I don't know. I feel like if I had a walkthrough, this would be this would be a lot easier.
just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I am not daydreaming. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Right?
Is that really all she knows?
I think
It's
so.
not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
I don't think she's more in the dark than we are. I think she's less, but still in the dark.
Be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
You're asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that?
Yes. Your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it?
Can I tell you that I physically had to pick up the knife?
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
I mean, honest to God, that looks like we could fit that one neck one over your head. Like, it is very much not tight. Like, it's gonna hurt. We're probably gonna have to break your nose, but I think we can do it.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her, unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I don't think it honestly matters. How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
Yeah, right.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Maybe I was right about it being a very, very big thing.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do?
For the record, when I made the thumbnail with me holding the knife, I was unaware that a knife would be such a big part of this game. I did not know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be right.
Out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him. Possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned.
We can't trust anybody, and leaving's not an option.
Their own ways.
The skeptic is the ultimate. I haven't played this game before, so I don't magically know all the answers. He's my favorite character. He is the most in the game with me. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
And I have limited dialogue options.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
That other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
I could.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't
Please inspect the shackle. That would have to get closer. Are you chill?
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will.
I mean, this is a whole magic situation.
Doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason. Or if he's telling the truth, he isn't.
Yeah, I like that the skeptic is confident about something for once. Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Supposed to say next. You're reading from the script, huh?
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Right?
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts.
This
within
was
your
always a
grasp, as if
possibility.
pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent.
Guess we'll have to chew ourselves free.
Basement.
Onto your neck somehow.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Become your own jailer.
Yes.
Well, wait. Her chains are... She could clearly reach that with her feet. I'm not sure how long our chain here is, but we can see she's got plenty of slack.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
And information is important.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? So we're both stuck here. Yes. Yep. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
What should we do? Girl! Could have at least given me one of your one words.
Silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something.
I wonder if this chain is interactable. Unobviously, in other instances.
This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement.
We could, like, play patty cake or something.
At least the world is safe. It isn't. Your you're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
Well, they did not do a good job of making the slack seem like it was that kind of
She's
situation.
not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even
He's like, let's make you starve to death faster.
let me guess. The cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Right.
I don't like small talk. Remember?
That's not small talk.
Still rude.
Continue to wait in silence.
You continue to wait in silence.
It's wobbling!
It continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Right.
She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
Well, she's some kind of cryptid, so I'm not sure she counts.
Even more silent
The
time
knife!
passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly, there are no walls.
It's a kind of freedom.
And I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin.
Her being
Glad you
outside,
can't
huh?
be Either of us.
I guess.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Aww. Oh, that was the saddest one, actually. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
And there's that mirror.
And you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. That naivete is...
If you say it feels too good to be true.
Let's see what I look like this time. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only
Well, that's a
ones
little
that
bit of a
just
disturbing
know.
perspective. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
The point of awakening is to find out.
Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something.
Is it one of those I think therefore I am
On
situations?
its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Right. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know that for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I'm going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time.
Wait.
I will see you when you return.
What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Aw.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Alright. Did it close the game? It closed the game. I assume that it's did an autosave or something, because it's been quite a long time since I saved. I'm not even gonna blame myself for that one, even though some might disagree.
You have returned to me.
You have returned to me.
You were gone mere moments.
Attempt to outwait your destiny. I wonder if I had waited like months or something to reopen, or if I changed my computer clock. That'd be cool.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here.
Bring the prisoner to her.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here.
It's interesting that the hero is always a part of me. I'm not
Are
doing
you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
That wasn't the point.
Anything,
If there was a random fisherman locked up in there, I'd still think it was pretty weird you were asking me to kill a random fisherman. I'll go to the cabin.
As long as you remain focused, you make your watch. She will. We're not going to go. Ignore. The blade is your. Her voice.
Who's that?
She don't.
I think I'm here to kill you?
Oh, are you now?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Was it? No regicide?
She's so Focus on the task.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring it?
She makes don't you.
I didn't have a choice not to! Drop it.
Thank you. So here we are. What an awkward start to
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said.
I have my reasons. Do you think I'd come here to kill someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous!
You hesitated to saw me, and you dropped your knife. If killing me was really that important, you'd have a little more gumption, don't you think? So, someone put you up to this, right? And whoever it is, it's probably the same someone.
That's a fair question. Who chained her in this basement? Don't give away the.
I'm right, aren't I? So who put you up to this?
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely
So,
different
we're not going
matter.
to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
What's your name?
She hesitates.
You can address.
Note. Don't just tell.
I don't remember much of.
Just how long has she?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the.
At the end of the day, whoever sent you, that doesn't sound right to me.
She has a point.
So, I could tell you that but you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly...
She's right about one thing. Her word is.
Like I said, so do
The narrator would probably be a lot more trustworthy if he didn't lay it on so thick sometimes.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. You can't.
I'm guessing, well...
Her shot. She.
Oh,
You. You have to be. They're large.
if you don't...
Doubt.
That
She's. We were. You attempt. You try the other. You make your easier.
I heard the door...
See if it locks me into one choice, I'm assuming here.
You cut the blade. She didn't. How is she?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No. As the princess. Wait. What?
I can still warn her on this choice.
Your body's.
I can't resist, though.
Thank you. Swing your arm, but she's ready for it. She grabs you, drop the blade, she lets go. There's a ringing. You fought you on every blow is as punishing as the first. She places a confident heel on your chest. Her knee.
A confident
throat,
heel.
Windpipe. Can't just. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark. You're on a path.
Who the heck's my new voice gonna be?
And you're here to slay.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start. If he doesn't remember what happened, you know I can. What does it matter what he knows? She is not.
Just the broken this time, so there are cases where you can get to a chapter 3 and combine voices. Ooh, I wonder if that can happen in a lot more circumstances. Because we've met the broken, obviously.
There's a. You died. Of course we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? She's just a. And I believe. Yes, if it's the. Do you think that if she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains, and let her do whatever she wants. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation.
Pretense is fun, though.
To try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Just a
I'm
smidge.
not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Yeah, a lot of pessimists say that.
Annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the rescue her. Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be so please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and
This is the most the narrator has hated the personalities, I think.
If that's what you want. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine...
I have to climb a ladder to get the knife?
The blade is your implement. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small. That's because there isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
Are we going to die? Because that's kind of the problem here.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably...
I care about whether I'm being lied to. There's a mirror.
Do I? And yeah, there is. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about... Maybe that's because... You walk this... We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are
Enter the
better
basement.
this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade. No blade.
Yeah, that's the one scary thing about the skeptic is he forces the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. This is actually kind of nice.
How-
Still a basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
What's up, bitches?
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little...
This is totally a different character than the last Broken.
So if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way... The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the
The god princess this time. A little bit different.
Stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was
Pointless to resist her. I'm just curious about the chain on the wall.
The bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
No!
And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Neil.
It's not my name. I'm not Neil. Sure.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Oh, now you want to talk.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is
I wonder if telling her that, is that one of the worst decisions I can make?
as it is now is overdue for. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy. You are the only one who can deal with her. And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
I exhausted every single nice option I could, and this ends up being the last one before what's supposedly the final amalgamation ending. I wonder if they structure it in a way where you're likely to do this one last if you're intentionally trying to do that. The one where she kind of wants to end the world? Clever if so.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop
Where it would actually have been better if I was a little bit more of a dick on this one and avoided this ending.
Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already...
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I thought you wanted to talk! What happened to you after my die? Ah, fuck it, I'm yours to command.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
It's all meaningless.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
I do?
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't.
Ooh.
Trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with
That's scary!
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control.
I really suspect that this one, they structure things so you're likely to get this towards the end. Because this feels so much bigger.
I don't care what you are. You're mine. Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
Right?
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Fair enough.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
She said I am free rather than she is loose there.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
We'll see. Take her hand. To your better. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Oh, there's that. But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. I don't want to look at us.
Aww. It's going to be okay.
Okay, a mercy.
This is gonna be the scary one. You are nothing at all. Okay, existentially scary, perhaps. There's a bird? You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then see a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. I didn't expect to be a bird. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Hey! You're Edgar Allan Poe? I suppose? A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms in another and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
Narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Nothing like you.
Oh?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him.
Ooh.
Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
That one I take to be a blatant truth. I don't need to ask that, especially if I have a limited number of questions. I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
I wasn't supposed to see all this. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
It's the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
Right.
This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation is a good question. I want to ask that question, but I'd like to actually ask important questions. I wouldn't have.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
Hey, that still sounds like your fuck up, bro. If you made me, then what am I?
Long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
If you made us, I want you to know that this is... No, I don't think it's been torture. Sure think you're a dick, but... You've called this place a construct. What is it supposed to do?
To keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
I have a lot more of these questions than I'd realized. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
Either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still haven't...
Run out of questions. Death of the Author. I love that achievement name. I'm not going to slay her. Ooh. Lie. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her. You know when I'm lying, but I hope you'll appreciate the comfort.
Lying? I can't tell.
I hope he says the same thing then when you say it the other way.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet. All of this is you, is the achievement. A vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. And okay, now we're overdoing it with the achievements. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Indeed.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Yeah, sure. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his...
Oh, that's an unkind interpretation. What happened? I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting, but it's woven into your nature.
Correct.
When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Hardly matters at this point. A little late to turn back. Don't you have a say in all this? Why is all this falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here of strife and conflict.
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
Sounds like a coward's way out of an explanation.
Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your...
Okay!
A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark. When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation.
Okay!
Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope because we want to be.
Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation. Oh, okay, it's an option tree. You were consumed by your own ego.
And through the lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful.
Right.
To such clever things to deny the truth in front of you. Suffering. You make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck.
I remember.
Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence. And it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite.
We're going through all of your greatest hits this time.
You strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark.
That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
Ah!
Nerves lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose to be a part that we were. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
I imagine that this does matter, but it's such a boatload of feelings and information, I'm not sure where to even begin to go. None of those options are great to me.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
Yeah, it does definitely keep track of a lot more than it seems to claim to. I'm appreciating this.
And then you hold them all again. Sensation at once. And then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, we can be everything again.
To be everything at once is the same as being nothing at all. Why would either of us want that?
Here is where words fail us. So long as we both exist, we will always be distinct. The only thing to fear is a reality without me.
I will say I am definitely impressed with what appears to be a very deep level of, convergence of the plot lines. But maybe I'll feel differently on a replay. You'll be like, oh wait, I could have done so many different things, but it's all basically the same. Ah!
We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
This is giving Talos Principle vibes for just general, perspectives on existence. What potential was there left for either of us to rise above?
Lift your gaze beyond moments and towards the infinite depth of reality. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. Open your eyes and accept what we.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
Then I must be able to change you.
Whatever you're trying to do right now.
Yo! Yours here? Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
You told me that mirror was going to kill me. I'm genuinely surprised you missed me.
I wasn't trying to be mean with any of those. Just to be clear, like, you were never the focus of my dickishness.
Many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Yes!
Then let's go.
That's scary. Are we sure we're not just playing Omori again?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
The voice of the hero was over
To
here.
describe things.
I'd like that for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? Just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it, and I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there.
You showed up to save me. I'm going to give you the respect of taking the knife this time.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here.
I'm gonna try not to use it.
Left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
It's funny. After everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Yeah, I wonder what you consider the first time to
I
be.
don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just
Yep.
like that.
You don't remember the initial arc?
Only she didn't know it. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
What's that knife for? Have you changed your mind? Are you going to kill me? What if we just talk for a bit? Maybe we can figure this out.
Aww. Sit with her. Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't feel the same. I feel smaller.
I don't want to be a god.
I don't think I want that either.
Aww, both of those bottom options are sad in different ways. I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out
I
of
don't
this.
think there's a way out, but maybe there doesn't have to be an ending.
We could just sit here.
I'm able to do the things you believe me to be able to do. So make me put it all back. Help me fix the Echo's construct and make us both forget. Help me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up, before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Is that even remotely a good thing? I don't want to forget you.
I don't want to forget you either. But unless we do this, you'll have to choose, right now, between me and everyone else.
In this world. Yeah, this is the funny thing. I felt the same way at the end of Life is Strange, is in the abstract, it's very difficult for me to care about everyone else. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we'll make the same choice. We'll choose to forget, and we'll reset everything, again.
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to die and suffer?
If this helps them, then it will help them, right?
Well, that's confusing. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Maybe we have done all of this before. Maybe we're supposed to do this forever.
You know, you don't have to be this nonchalant, girl. She doesn't care if I kill you. Is there any other way?
I think you brought that knife down here for a reason. It has to be a part of how this ends.
I brought it down because I trust the hero's judgment at this point. He backed me up. And I know technically it's me, but fuck that. It's too complicated to consider things that way. I don't want to be a god either in this context. I don't want to be alone again.
Be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Agree to her plan.
Okay, if this is your choice, then we're doing it. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the
If this isn't betrayal, bravo!
raises her gentle eyes to ours.
I'll see you soon.
Everything is going to be okay. I love you.
Well, that hurts.
You're on a path you're here to.
I'm going to need to Google this one to see if that's the end. Oh, cool. I feel like that was a pretty good definer there. The good ending doesn't count. It said that the achievement was finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. And now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menu under the Memories tab, and it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. That's not depressing at all. I love the idea of this game, and I totally walked myself into this by playing a game that I knew had these fundamental elements. But fuck if I could play a game that just had a straightforward story once in a while. God, I really hope in Stars in Time isn't like that, because while I did like it here, I need different flavors of game. I love time loops, but this didn't really... This was more focused on the metaphysical angle, the in-your-head angle. Really did well to take advantage of its unique aspects. Slay her without a moment's hesitation. I have to imagine there's very unique aspects. If you, depending on which vessels you bring. And I imagine there's gotta be some perfect combination, right? To really create some wild ending. And I will, I suppose, Google. I'm not going to do all of these on stream. I did like this game, but not enough to spend hours on stream exhausting every single possibility. There are a ton of endings, it looks like. Uchikoshi. Oh. It's a person's name. Is that the Oh, I've heard of him. I didn't know he was Steins Gate, but I'm currently watching that. That's... Yeah. Haven't played the game, but I do own it. He also did Zero Escape. I'm just kind of looking at the various requirements for the endings, which ones sound interesting. I'm not planning to do any of them here. I probably won't stream any of them, in fact, yeah. If there's some lot of interest, I might come back and do them. I'll leave it for that. I will probably play them independently. Mind you, I'll give it some time before I do that. Why would you want to reset the gallery? I mean, like, if you were true, no, there should just be a game reset option. That sounds like a different thing. Alright, it's been fun. I will probably do In Stars in Time as well. I don't know how long it'll be. I hope y'all have a good one. I didn't spend 24 hours streaming this time. Booyah. Alright, take care.